Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be discussing white people and their presence in the K-pop community. We understand that some or all of these opinions may not align with yours, and that's okay, but we ask that you keep it respectful if you choose to comment. Here are our opinions and commentary. I don't want to hate on this group because we need to respect other people, so please don't go and hate on them. In my opinion, kaachi shouldn't exist. These girls should have just debuted as a pop girl group and not label themselves as K-pop. People have said this repeatedly, but K-pop is mostly Asian, and to be frank, because of the lack of Asian representation in Western media when the majority, European/whites, try to enter the industry, it can be perceived as disrespectful and invasive. The fact that the token Asian member has been switched out 2 times, KG, Miso, and now Coco, just feeds into the narrative that they know it's wrong to have a K-pop girl group that doesn't speak Korean. In my opinion, they are perpetuating a kind of stereotypical image of a Korean girl group, and it just comes off as trying too hard to be Korean. The other issue I have with this group is that their talent/skill level isn't up to par with K-pop rookie groups. I think Nicola's a great dancer though. In addition to that, some members don't speak fluent or conversational Korean, which is kind of a must when it comes to being in a K-pop group. Overall, it's kind of cringy and feels disrespectful. Danny needs to work on her stage presence. It makes sense that she doesn't have much experience, but their company should have done more to help direct her. Their company should have trained her for longer. Her rapping skills are close to zero and her dancing needs to be improved upon. She just looks awkward and uncomfortable, making her seem out of place, throwing off the entire performance. Chunsia has good stage presence and overall has an idol vibe. However, she is so cringy, like to the point that it's painful to watch. If she didn't try so hard to act quote unquote Korean, she would be a decent girl group member. Nicola's a great dancer, there is no denying that, but her singing skills are not good enough to debut. She has a similar issue as Chunsia of acting cringy, just at a lesser level. She could be a girl group member with more vocal training, but just not a K-pop girl group member. Coco just feels out of place. She seems pushed to the side and more of a prop than a member. I'm really not trying to be hateful, I'm trying to be honest and real. These girls have potential and are talented, they just aren't ready to debut. I think that if they had taken the same route as Lana, going through the trainee system in Korea, they could have saved themselves from a lot of criticism. No matter what, they would have faced backlash. However, if they met the same standard as other K-pop rookie groups, people would have more respect for them. When looking purely at the music video, song, and production quality, it pales in comparison to other rookie groups that are debuting. I'll admit, the song is catchy, but the vocals are average, the rap isn't even mediocre, and I don't even know what's going on with the dance. I also feel that the group lacks cohesiveness, and no offense to Coco, but she feels out of place, like she was added as a last-minute decision. Wait, oh yeah, she was. I've seen that many people pointed out the similarities in the video and choreography to other K-pop groups such as TXT, Blackpink, Luna, and a few others, but that isn't the girls' fault, it's the company's. Personally, I think that if they have a comeback, it won't gain much attention because all the hype/hate will have died down. I feel like it's pointless to hate on these girls, but instead, we should use this as a chance to talk about what makes K-pop K-pop and why it's so damaging to have this type of group. Lana is a 23-year-old Russian idol that debuted on June 27, 2019. She trained for 2 years and is under High CC Entertainment. Her debut song, Take the Wheel, has garnered almost 1.5 million views with 140k likes and 16k dislikes. On December 11, 2019, she came back with Make It Real. The song is centered around her haters and has garnered almost 890,000 views with 100k likes and 6.3k dislikes. In my opinion, as a non-Asian POC, Lana actually made the effort to be a proper idol. She trained in South Korea under a South Korean label, learned Korean, and makes sure her music is actually in Korean. This, however, does not take away from the fact that her mere presence in the industry is quite invasive. She is still a white woman in an industry created for Asians, and the hesitation/backlash is completely understandable. Like I said for kaachi, the K-pop industry gives Asians the representation they don't get in Western media, so when a white girl goes through the whole training process and successfully debuts when there are thousands of Asian trainees that never do, it can be quite a bit upsetting to see, even as a non-Asian. That being said, I would still like to apologize for my past opinions on her. I never engaged in any of the hateful comments on any social media platform, but I made baseless assumptions about her that weren't fair. This is the second channel owner lol. As an Asian person, I was kind of taken aback by Lana's debut, not only because she was white and a soloist, but also because of her lack of skill compared to other soloists. I actually enjoyed her song Take the Wheel, but I felt that the audio quality wasn't very good, and her stage presence on music shows just wasn't there. After my initial, I guess outrage, died down and the more I thought about it, I felt that if she was able to continue improving her skills/talent that she could, quote unquote, earn her place in K-pop. Eventually, I just forgot about her. The only reason I rediscovered her was that she was being compared to kaachi. In my opinion, her comeback, Make It Real, was actually quite good. She is a good rapper and has so much more charisma when she is rapping. I loved the fact that she was involved in writing the lyrics, Korean lyrics.
They say 쉬운 게 없어 열심히 일하는 게 성공의 기본이야. 내가 선택한 이 길이 오르락내리락 산 넘어 산.
Overall, I just felt like she tried her best to educate herself and assimilate into Korean society, so I don't see the reason to hate her. Everyone has a dream, and she was just trying to follow hers. She took the right steps to become a K-pop idol, and did it without disrespecting the culture and people. I don't think she will ever make it big, as I feel that the industry isn't ready for that. Despite me saying all this, I still find it a bit unsettling seeing white people in K-pop. I'm not entirely against it, but I do think it's important to see Asians in mainstream media, and I'm glad that K-pop is finally being recognized globally. To me, it seems that Westerners care a lot more than Koreans, and if they can't make it in Korea, is it really K-pop? This is owner number 3. I'm the white member of this trio. When it comes to white people in K-pop, I definitely start cringing. I have no problems with dance or vocal covers done by white people, but when it comes down to being part of the industry, I have a very simple answer. No. It's important for white people to understand that representation is something we have never had to think about. And while it can be upsetting to know that you could never be a part of an industry due to your race, you need to realize that this is what literally every other race has to deal with. I would say I'm against seeing white people in K-pop, because I, personally at least, understand the importance and significance of representation. And it also doesn't help with the whole history of us taking over the world, so there's that. We can't have everything, guys.
What did you say? Korea boo? Oh sorry, I don't even listen to you.
This was the start of everything, the first all non-Korean K-pop band. EXP consists of 4 members, Frankie who is Portuguese, Hunter who is American, Simi who is Croatian, and Koki who is half German and half Japanese. At the time of their debut, their ages were 27, 28, 26, and 24, making them much older than most rookie idols. They are under the label, IMMABB, or I'm Making a Boy Band. They debuted in Korea with the song I Feel Like This, which has garnered 925,000 views. They were dubbed K-pop's most controversial group, and received a lot of pushback after their debut. Despite this, they had their comeback stress, and somehow through some sort of wizardry, performed on a music show. EXP Edition started as a college thesis project. They first debuted in America with their song Love/Wrong, which flopped. After the project was over, they decided to move to Korea to train for a Korean debut, and surprisingly, they were able to raise $30,000 on Kickstarter. According to Bora Kim, the creator of EXP, people in Korea were intrigued by the guys and were welcoming and supportive. In all honesty, I was not a fan of their debut and cringed so hard watching them perform live. When they debuted in Korea, none of them spoke fluent or conversational Korean, which I feel is an essential part of being in a K-pop group. I do think they are decent singers, but the whole thing is like watching your dad trying to be hip with the kids. Their live performance just makes me uncomfortable, their facial expressions are overdone, their dancing is average, and it's like watching a bad audition on America's Got Talent. However, I will admit Koki is dummy fine. We hope you enjoyed our opinions and commentary. Again, we encourage discussions in our comment section. We just ask that they're kept respectful of us, other commenters and anyone mentioned in the videos. Please like, comment, or subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.
They say 쉬운 게 없어 열심히 일하는 게 성공의 기본이야 내가 선택한 이 길이 오래락 길이락 산 넘어 산 모두 다 그래 네 말이 뒤아파 버린 맘